Stop what you're doing, Bucks fans, because what's happening in Tampa Bay right now is more than just football. It's the birth of a new dynasty, a rookie turning heads like a 10-year vet, a beloved legend redefining loyalty, and a young underdog fighting for his NFL dream. This isn't just hype, it's real, it's raw, and it's everything we love about the game. Welcome to the storm brewing in Tampa, and trust me, by the end of this, you'll believe again. Bucks Nation, this is not your usual update. What's happening in Tampa Bay right now feels different, deeper. The energy in this building is unreal. It's not just about winning games anymore, it's about building something bigger, something that lasts. Right now, three powerful stories are unfolding at the same time, and each one shows exactly what this team is becoming. We've got a rookie who's already looking like a star, a veteran who's turning his final chapters into a legacy, and a young player fighting through the hardest part of his career, showing us just how brutal and beautiful the NFL journey really is. Let's start with the rookie, Emeka Egbuka. You know something big is happening when your quarterback, your leader, starts talking about a young wide receiver like he's already a Pro Bowler. Baker Mayfield isn't just impressed, he's blown away. On a national podcast with Jason and Travis Kelce, Baker didn't hold back. He said Emeka isn't just good, he's special. He even sounded like a proud older brother, bragging about every catch, every crisp route, every moment of greatness on the field. And this isn't fake praise. This isn't just trying to build the rookie's confidence. This is real. Baker throws to this guy every day. He sees him in practice, in meetings, in pressure moments. And what he's seeing is a future star in the making. Mayfield said something that stuck with me. He talked about how Egbuka does things you can't teach, like leaving the ground at the perfect time, reaching for the ball midair, and pulling it down like it's nothing. That's not just skill, that's instinct. That's greatness. And that's what makes this moment so exciting. We're not just watching a rookie develop, we're watching the future of this franchise start to bloom. Every route he runs, every rep he takes, he's earning respect, not just from fans, but from veterans, coaches, quarterbacks, everyone. But here's where it gets deeper. While Emeka is rising fast, another story is being written too, a different kind of story. A veteran, loved by the locker room and the fan base, is starting his transition into a new phase. It's not just about playing time anymore, it's about passing the torch, mentoring the next generation, and leaving behind a standard. And then, there's the young fighter, a player with heart, skill, and hope, but also facing the brutal reality of NFL life. No guaranteed spots, no shortcuts, just hard work, pressure, and the fight to prove you belong. These three stories, the star, the mentor, the underdog, they tell the full story of Tampa Bay right now. This team isn't built on hype, it's built on culture, grit, brotherhood. And every player, rookie or vet, knows that personal stats mean nothing without team success. That's the message from the coaches. That's the mission. So buckle up, Bucks fans, because what's happening behind closed doors right now? It's the start of something serious. What do you think, Bucks fans? Is Emeka Egbuka the real deal? Who's the veteran you trust most to lead this team? And which underdog are you rooting for? Drop your thoughts in the comments and rate your confidence in this team on a scale from 1 to 10. Let's talk about it. Baker Mayfield didn't hold back. He doesn't just catch the ball, he stays moving, he said. And that one small detail, that's what separates a good receiver from a game breaker. Emeka Egbuka is turning heads in Tampa, not just for his hands, but for what he does after the catch. The moment the ball touches his fingers, he's already shifting gears, finding space, and attacking daylight. That's not normal, that's special. If you've watched football long enough, you know the truth. It's not just about catching the ball. It's about turning a 5-yard curl into a 40-yard gain. It's about breaking one tackle and flipping the field. That's what Egbuka brings. He doesn't just finish plays, he extends them. He explodes after contact. He forces defenses to panic. This is exactly the kind of weapon that gives defensive coordinators nightmares. They try to scheme him out of the game, but you can't scheme out hustle. You can't scheme out IQ. And that's what this rookie has, elite-level football smarts. Baker said it straight. He's smart, willing to block, willing to do everything we ask him to do. And that's rare. That's the kind of guy who's not chasing highlights or social media fame. Egbuka understands that football is about the little things, about the dirty work, the blocking, the route timing, the positioning. He's not looking for glory, he's looking to win. And here's the kicker, he can line up anywhere. Slot, outside, motion, backfield, doesn't matter. He knows the job, and he gets it done. When you have a guy like that, a guy who can move around and create matchups all over the field, your playbook becomes unlimited. That's why the Bucks took him 19th overall. Some fans questioned it. Now, they're all believers. And if you don't believe the hype yet, let's rewind to college. Igbuka didn't rack up empty stats against soft defenses. He played with and against monsters. Marvin Harrison Jr., Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson. And still, he balled out. Over 200 catches, nearly 3,000 yards, 24 touchdowns. That's not a flash-in-the-pan guy. That's a warrior. A pro before he even stepped onto an NFL field. And maybe the best part? He's humble. He's not walking around camp acting like a star. He's learning. He's listening. He's earning every rep next to legends like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. And instead of demanding the spotlight, he's making them better. This kid isn't just talented. He's built for this. And with Evans and Godwin drawing attention, Igbuka is already finding gaps in coverage, creating chaos, and adding a whole new layer to Tampa's offense. But this story isn't just about stats and routes. It's about something bigger, a mindset, a shift, a culture change. This is what championship teams look like. Veterans mentoring rookies, young guys showing maturity. No egos, just work. So here's the question. How dangerous does this offense become when Emeka Igbuka hits full speed? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Rate your confidence in this rookie from 1 to 10 and don't hold back. Because Tampa Bay isn't just rebuilding, they're reloading. And Igbuka is the spark. In today's NFL, loyalty is almost extinct. Players chase contracts, teams chase trends, everything moves fast. But William Golston didn't run. He stayed. For 11 seasons, he wore the same jersey, the same colors. He bled red and pewter. And through every heartbreak, every losing season, every locker room shake-up, he stood tall. Not because he was chasing headlines, but because he belonged here. Drafted in the 4th round back in 2013, Golston wasn't a superstar. He wasn't built for the spotlight, but he was built for the fight. And that's exactly what he gave Tampa Bay, every single snap. Over 11 years, he stacked up 431 tackles, 20.5 sacks, 6 turnovers. But the stats don't tell the story. Not even close. This is the story of a man who showed up every day. When the team was 5-11 and nobody cared. When the media wrote them off. When fans were frustrated and players came and went. Golston stayed. He was the one putting in extra work when no one was watching. The one helping rookies study film. The one holding teammates accountable when things got dark. And it did get dark. Before Tom Brady, before the Super Bowl banners, there were years where Tampa Bay couldn't find an identity. Coaches got fired. Seasons collapsed. And the playoffs? They felt a million miles away. But through all of that, Golston never lost faith. He never stopped grinding. He never stopped leading. He never walked away. And then came the reward. Super Bowl LV. February 7, 2021. Tampa Bay dismantled the Kansas City Chiefs, and the world finally saw what guys like Golston had been building all along, a defense with fire in its heart. Mahomes was running for his life. 3 sacks, 2 picks, 1 fumble, nearly 500 yards scrambled just trying to survive. That wasn't just dominance. That was history. And Golston? He was in the middle of it, not flashing on highlight reels, but breaking protection, plugging gaps, and setting the tone like he always did. That ring meant everything to him. Because he earned it, not with talk, but with time, with sacrifice, with loyalty. And now, after 11 unforgettable years, he's starting a new chapter, coaching. It's the perfect ending to a rare NFL story, a full circle moment. A warrior passing down his scars and his wisdom to the next generation of Bucks. Golston knows what it takes. He's been through the worst. He's reached the top. And now he gets to shape the future. Let this be a lesson to every young player. It's not always about the stats. It's not always about the money. Sometimes, greatness is built in silence. In meeting rooms, in practice fields, in dark days when nobody believes except you. So here's our question to Bucks Nation. What does loyalty mean in today's NFL? And do we celebrate guys like Golston enough? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And tag a friend who still believes that grit matters more than glory. Because legacies aren't always loud. Sometimes they wear hash 92 and leave a mark that never fades. Sometimes the hardest part of football isn't what happens under the lights on Sunday. It's what happens when no one's watching. While everyone was celebrating a rising rookie wide receiver and honoring a veteran heading into retirement, something much deeper and much more painful was happening behind the scenes. A young player, full of potential, hope, and hunger, was quietly facing the kind of moment that can break a career before it even begins. That player was David Walker. Now, if you don't know his name yet, you were about to. Walker wasn't your usual high-profile pick. He came from Central Arkansas, a small school far from the spotlight. But what he brought to the Bucks was undeniable, pure hunger. He played with fire. In college, he tore up offensive lines, collecting 12 sacks and destroying game plans every Saturday. Scouts saw the fire. Coaches saw the motor. Tampa Bay believed. The Bucks drafted him in the 4th round, exactly the kind of underdog they've built this team around. Not flashy, not famous, but full of fight. Walker had all the tools: 260 pounds of muscle, raw power, quick hands, and a deep bag of pass rush moves. His film showed he could bend, bull rush, and explode off the snap. He had everything you'd want in a future starter. But football doesn't care about your dreams. During what should have been a normal training camp practice, everything changed. One running play, one unlucky moment, one sickening collapse. Walker went down. He didn't pop back up. He was on the ground, holding his leg, in visible pain. The sideline froze. Coaches ran over. Teammates took a knee. And just like that, the dream paused. For a rookie fighting for his NFL life, this was the worst-case scenario. This wasn't a veteran who already had a spot locked in. This was a young man trying to earn his way, trying to prove he belonged. And now, everything was in danger. Everything he worked for was slipping through his fingers. He did get up and walk off the field, which gave fans and coaches a bit of hope. But this team is already dealing with major injuries, Tristan Wirfs among them. Losing a player like Walker could seriously hurt the defensive line depth and could mess up the whole rotation plan. Because here's the thing, Walker wasn't just some extra guy hoping to make special teams. No, he was in a real battle for real snaps. With big names like Hassan Reddick and Yaya Diaby starting, Walker was competing with Anthony Nelson and Chris Braswell for that key backup spot, one that could see serious action if someone gets hurt or underperforms. And he was rising. His film looked good. His technique was catching up to NFL speed. Coaches were buzzing about his understanding of the scheme and how coachable he was. Every single rep mattered. Every snap was a chance to prove he wasn't just another small school gamble. He was ready. But when injuries hit, they don't just slow you down. They stop your momentum cold. Now the Bucks are stuck in limbo. Nobody knows how bad it is. They're being quiet. Reporters are guessing. Fans are panicking. Is it minor? Will he miss just a couple practices? Or is it serious, something that wrecks his rookie season and forces him to start all over next year? This isn't just a story about one injury. This is a story about how fragile the NFL dream really is. How one moment can take away everything you've worked for. David Walker's injury doesn't just affect him. It could shake up the entire pass rush plan for this season. The Bucks need young talent to rotate in with the vets. They need energy. They need depth. And they need someone exactly like Walker to step up. He was doing everything right. He was showing the heart, the IQ, the technique, the grit. And now, everything's uncertain. This story is about more than football. It's about how fast things can change. It's about pain, hope, and how much heart it takes just to get a shot in the NFL. David Walker's journey isn't over, but it just hit the kind of wall that makes or breaks a career. And now we wait. We wait to see if this kid from Central Arkansas, this 4th-round long shot, can rise again and finish what he started. Let's talk about it. Do you think David Walker will bounce back and earn a role this year? How confident are you in the Bucks' defensive depth after this injury? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Rate your belief in this young man's comeback. And if this story hit your heart like it hit mine, smash that like button so others can hear it too.